When we first started to plan for this 3-acre site, naturally developers would want to maximize profits. Hence, we developed concepts which were high-rise and high-density towers. Perched on top of the hill, it looked majestic and overpowering the surroundings. That was prior to COVID-19 plaguing the entire world. When the Movement Control Order or MCO happened, many of us realized that we took many things for granted. We were missing human interaction between neighbors, families and friends. Even going out to the grocery store, we limited our interaction with others, including the person at the payment counter. After a while, it does feel very empty. Also, to think of it, at least for me personally, we didn't engage our neighbors as much as before, even when the pandemic was not around. Most of us go through our hectic daily lives with limited interaction from our neighbors. Once, I heard someone say that good neighbors make a huge difference in the quality of life. Hence, this is one of the key elements that we thought we should project for this development. Many people also view Malay Reserve land as something that is low to middle class, not very much of a high value if I can be blunt. What we feel is otherwise. Penchala is super convenient and connected with neighbouring urban spots. But to me, more importantly, is at the heart and soul of where we come from. The Kedai Runcit, the Pasar Malam and the neighbourhood mosque, even the warung kopi is just at the doorstep. We live in the urbanized area. To get pisang goreng is also very difficult nowadays. What more good quality pisang goreng at the roadside? This kind of living and surrounding to me is becoming more unique, and there is very limited locations where we can get a similar vibe in this increasing urbanized, hard, soulless urban areas. So when we saw these factors, the team discussed with our architect and brainstormed how we can marry this all together by having interesting elements and components inside the design. I believe what we came up with is something very, very interesting. There's a total of 16 villas which are categorized in 3 types. Type A, smaller units of about 2,000 square feet. Type B, as they are single villas of up to 4,000 square feet. And Type C, larger semi-detached villas which each area are around 5,000 square feet. And some common characteristics that we have managed to include are, firstly, we designed the villas whereby it gives opportunity for multi-generation families to live together under one roof, yet have their own private living space. In current times, there are many families, either parents having their young adult children and grandchildren living together, or adults taking care of the elderly parent in a house. So by designing in such a way, it gives a chance for everyone to live harmoniously together. The second one, as I mentioned earlier, we took many things for granted and realized it during the pandemic. Therefore, the community that we want to create is one that promotes interaction between one another. We provide space for common and private herb gardens. Imagine one neighbour is short of chili or daun pandan. He or she goes to the next villa. Vice versa, the neighbour wants some jambu air or daun kari from his or her neighbour. This is something that we want to have and have been missing and want to reinvigorate. Thirdly, the site is situated right on top of a hill in Penchala, overlooking Damansara Perdana and Mutiara Damansara. Its terrain is undulating and challenging, but we took this opportunity together with the architect to design the villas so that there's minimal view from one's eyesight to the next door neighbour's window, so that everyone's privacy can actually be maximized. Fourthly, why modern tropical design? As simple as because they are evergreen and fit into its surroundings. We want the design and elements to blend in nicely, respecting the neighbouring plots and also the surrounding natural environment. On top of those, the landscaping and facilities are carefully thought of, as we want them to be economical, not wasteful. We always have in mind long-term sustainability and efficiency so that the costs to maintain are kept to a reasonable rate for a low-density strata development such as Rumbya. Last but not least, what is the meaning behind Rumbya? Rumbya is in fact leaves tied together in bunches and used as a material for the roof back in the old days of kampung houses and buildings. Many of our forefathers had their families sheltered under the Rumbya covering. We believe that Rumbya Villas in Penchala will provide you the same nostalgic feeling by going back to our roots, enhancing the basic life experience that we have always been craving for.